Welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 549. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the one and only Too Fresh Crash. Crash, how you doing?
I'm still bothered by something that happened last week. Found out Dispatch wasn't on Xbox, and I'm still
You're still struggling.
Yes, I'm struggling with that.
Wow.
Crash, it will come to Xbox eventually, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stop struggling when that happens.
Until that day and that day only.
Yeah,
it's done.
that's
Okay.
the only reason, you know.
To interrupt and say hi, it's me. I'm Paul Despawn. Hi.
Mr. Paul Despawn's here.
If it comes to Xbox this year, does that mean it can be in the Game of the Year conversation for this year for Xbox?
I mean,
I think technically the way we've done it, yes.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Technically, yeah, but GTA
about that
also
for free
releases.
I mean, it doesn't. That's getting delayed into 2027.
Everyone keeps saying that. I just don't see it.
I don't know. We'll see.
I went to a birthday party this weekend for Mel and Geeky Cassie. If you don't know who they are, friends of the industry and things of that nature. So I was there for that, and this was on Sunday last week, and I was there with INL, and we was talking about GTA, whether it get delayed or not, and I was like, I reckon GTA Roleplay will be out by 2028. Some form of roleplay will be out by then, is what I said, because I believe it's going to come out this year. Then the PC launch will come out next year. And then by a year into that, I think they would have worked with modders, which we've seen so much news that has come out this week even about that, that by 2028 we'll have a version of roleplay server that exists. And he was like, hell no, £50, I'll bet you. And I was like, damn, I kind of didn't think he'd take that.
Damn.
I thought that was pretty safe.
I think the timeline on RP coming out is a little short. You have to remember all those. No, it's longer than that. Like all those tools have to be made from the ground up. Yeah,
but
unless you have a very bare bones version, which maybe Rockstar would be interested in it. But I don't like. I think for whatever the server is, I think that's shooting themselves in the foot doing that to get a product out the door.
I'm just going to say, for me, like, we know that they've had CFX now for about a year. Maybe I don't know how long it's been at this point. We know for a fact they've been directly working with the biggest servers, NoPixel, directly. So the developers are actually got access to. I think they've got source code access at this point for GTA 5. I think those are the rumors. And they're now working on a direct. Well, I mean, this is not the topic of the show, but it is for a little bit.
It's not in the news. I didn't put in the news this week. No.
Yeah, but yeah, they're very much they're now doing official mod support within CFX, which I like. Big fan.
There's a big conversation about it, which again, it's not topic of the show, but I guess we'll talk about it because we're on the topic, right? Yeah, it obviously. So the big thing is they've come out with their own marketplace for modders now, meaning that if you create a mod as a creator, you will then upload it to said marketplace, and then other people can then buy it and implement that into their server, which. You've got to imagine, I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know anyone who's doing it yet, so I can't even ask them. But if I can find out the information, I will. But you've got to imagine this will be like a 80-20 split or something of that nature, where Rockstar have probably looked at modders and gone, okay, they're making, and Despawn as people that have played NoPixel and other servers, we know how much money they make off of priority alone. So... they've probably gone, don't feel comfortable with that. How can we still let you guys make money and us also make money off of this? Which is where I see them going with it. Now, do I agree with it? Do I agree with a police car costing $30? It doesn't matter. The market dictates what it costs. Yeah. It's not what I think or what I agree or disagree, right? That's not how it works. Supply and demand.
I think there is an issue with the marketplace being run by Rockstar in the sense that Rockstar would incentivize higher price for the mods because they get money off of it.
They would, but
I think you also like if you look at Rockstar shut down the bully mod for online.
I did see that.
And I think you can't look at these as two completely separate things.
No.
I think you see Rockstar stepping into the mod situation, being like, we want to monetize this. How are we going to monetize that? We can't monetize such an old game. Until they figure out how they can monetize a bully online version. Why would they let something like that exist when they'd rather people already go to the mods for games that do exist that they can make some money off of?
Red Dead, GTA 5,
yeah,
and whatever comes further on, we assume, right? Look, I think it's an interesting place, and it puts GTA 6 in an interesting place from a mod perspective, is what got me more excited when I saw the news. A lot of people complaining about the price, and I'm like, you guys don't understand how this works then. Because it's like, you have to buy, you can already buy mods for servers, but now GTA have gone, well, we have the infrastructure to now build something, which means we actually make money on it. Which I'm also not against, because I also find it weird that people can make things off of other people's IP and then them not make any money back off it. Like, I'm for that.
Yeah, same. For me, the major thing for me is like, if everything's in a centralized marketplace and you can show that you own the rights to that, like you've paid for that mod.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of talk in the industry, like in the modding industry, about people stealing mods and re-uploading it and charging their own for it. It's like, this can kind of like circumvent that and put a stop to it. It's like, if you can only get your mods from the marketplace now, that you know the source it's coming from.
No, I get what you're saying, and I don't think you're like theoretically wrong. I think the issue you're going to come into is it sets up Rockstar for too much policing. And right now, that might be fine. For GTA 6's lifespan, that might be fine. But there'll be a certain point where GTA having that much power over the mod marketplace would kind of ruin the purpose and the point of mods, which are, a lot of mods are fan created for people. And I understand Rockstar's in this a little bit more of a unique spot because there's a lot more paid servers of you having priority and stuff like that. But I would argue that they're like looking at the wrong spot. I would argue you look at more so the servers themselves and find a way to charge the servers, and that's probably a lot more difficult to do.
I think this is the start of it, though. I think this is. So I get what you're saying. Like, you still want to run around as Incredible Hulk in GTA 6 and not have to pay £10 to do that, which I think you're still going to be able to do, by the way.
Sure, but I think there's a possibility with this being the case that Rockstar does crack down on people who do not comply with them in the long run. Right now, it's absolutely fine. I think the problem you have to look at is Rockstar has a boardroom. There are people above Rockstar that they have to adhere to, that they want money, and they're looking at this and they're like, how much content can they play without on our games without us getting any money? That's wrong. Even if all that content is acquired for free, and the people who play the Hulk mod in GTA 5 don't pay a cent for it. It's like, we could have charged $4.99 for a mod.
But can they? Because they then don't own the Hulk IP. So is that not where it then becomes a problem?
But it's the same thing if you look at Bethesda with, what was it, Fallout 3, Fallout 4. Yeah, have laser gun noises or whatever it was they charged the fucking absorbent price for, or whatever. You get into territory like that might be the case, and as crazy as that is, and even if it's the mod maker that sets that price, that also sets a tone for Rockstar, and you looking at Rockstar and saying, you allowed that on your platform. What, $60 for fishing was the price point? It's like $53, I think, for this. For a server, I think that's fine. But you also can't fault people for looking at that price point and being like, Rockstar is charging that much for fishing.
I think that's where the conversation is, right? And I think that's where people like this greedy company that's already about to make billions upon billions, how dare you then charge me for fishing in my roleplay server with 20 people? Yeah, I get it. I do get it. Interesting discussion nonetheless. But this is My Xbox and Me, our weekly Xbox podcast, right here on youtube.com/myxboxandme and all podcast services. If you want the show early, patreon.com/mcfixer. And if you'd like to support us financially, patreon.com/mcfixer. Yeah, they're two of the same things. Don't worry about it. Moving on. Topic of the show this week. It's a very heavy MC Fixer topic of the show, which I'm happy about. But before that, let's say thank you to Steezy Sam and Erengard for being our Patreon producers for the month of January through February as well. Don't worry, boys. I appreciate all of the support. Back to topic of the show. Resident Evil had their showcase yesterday, day before, Thursday, which we're recording today, the 17th, which is Saturday. It was interesting. Let's start there. It was called the Resident Evil Showcase. That is what this was called. I think for people like myself, that instantly set us up for expecting a little bit more out of this. Where if they would have called this a Resident Evil Requiem showcase, it would have allowed us to have our expectations set on, Requiem news, things of that nature. Despawn, how did you feel about the showcase? You watched. I don't know if you watched along with me, but you was in my chat. So
I watched it.
Yeah, how did you feel? Just initial
thoughts. I was fine with it. I like the new look at the gameplay. We got some extra look at both Grace and Leon's gameplay styles, which I was a fan of both of them. Again, just as somebody who enjoyed Village and Biohazard, and somebody who enjoyed Resident Evil 4 and the remakes and things like that. It's nice to see the two conflicting styles come together. I've said many times, like, if they can nail both, I think this is going to be a special game. And so far, what they've shown for each kind of leads me to think they're going to do it. But But again, it depends how much we're going to see of each, or how much we're going to play of each when we finally get hands on. But everything they showed, like, I'm interested. I like Leon's more focus on the action side, where I like Grace's more stealthy, like, sneaky approach, and a more just standard horror. So I really enjoyed what I saw from the gameplay. On the other side of that, the shopping channel section, where they were like, "Here, look at this Porsche. Look at this watch. Look at these statues." I didn't need all of that, but I get that they need to, like, plug the things that they've paid for, or people are paying them for. In regards to your comment about, like, they should have called it a Requiem showcase, I mean, no, like, we're a month out from Resident Evil Requiem coming out. Like, what else are they going to show here other than Resident Evil Requiem?
Well, do you not? Okay,
I didn't expect a remake of, like, Resident Evil 5 to be announced today.
I'm going to go with Fix. Resident Evil's more than just the games. You have the TV shows. You have all this other stuff attached.
We don't talk about the TV shows. We don't talk about that.
They exist. Whether you talk about, there's movies. They could have been like, we're releasing a Blu-ray set of all.
Could have been a comic book. Could have been. Yeah. It could have been many things. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think branding it Resident Evil Showcase, I think, sets up the expectations to be so much higher than Capcom needed to. Where if they just call it a Requiem Showcase, we know that we're going in for Requiem, and if there was a bonus, you're instantly more excited because you wasn't expecting it. I think it's just tempering people's expectations. Like, I think for me, I watched the showcase, as everybody knows, if you watched along with me over on my Twitch channel. I was like, okay, I'm not expecting too much. And then as we got closer, it was like, we might get a remake announced, which could be Code Veronica, or we might get this, or we might get that, or it just started to get away from me a little bit. And as the fan that I am, that's okay, but you got to set your expectations correctly, and mine got a little bit out of whack there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that's more on you than Capcom for that one.
It's on you, because we talk about it every time there's a showcase of temper your expectations. Unless Capcom was out here saying, be excited for this Resident Evil showcase, you're gonna get some crazy
what the problem is, Crash? I've missed Resident Evil trailers by not watching State of Plays before. I think the thing is as well, what I will say, to give credit where credit is due for this showcase, I am infinitely more excited for Resident Evil Requiem today than I was before the showcase. And that is the job of the showcase. No ifs, buts, maybes. That is the job of the showcase. The job is to get you more excited and to want to buy the game more. They've done a great job of explaining and separating Grace from Leon in this showcase. Very much setting the tone of, like, okay, Leon is Resident Evil 4. Expect Resident Evil 4 gameplay from Leon. Expect melee. Expect you can pick up a chainsaw off of a zombie. Expect these high action set pieces that make Leon look amazing and look like a really cool agent. And then Grace is Resident Evil. I think I might have said 2. I meant Resident Evil 4 if I didn't say that correctly. And then Grace is Resident Evil 2. Slower, more meticulous, more afraid of what's coming towards her. This brand new mechanic, which is you can now pick up blood off of the zombies and then re-inject them with it, and then the zombies then explode and things of that nature. It seems really cool. I think it can become very tiresome and corny if it's not done correctly and not explained correctly throughout the story. But I think they're going to explain it very well. Yeah, I'm actually really excited. To be honest with you, I thought they did a really great job of showing a lot of stuff without even talking about it. I don't know if you guys saw or not, but Leon looks like he's been bitten or has been infected by some sort of virus, which I think they're calling, is it Elps? I believe Elps. I might have got that name wrong. Something big's going on in the story there with Leon and what's going on. Chris is like,
it's just a hickey, my guy. It's not a virus. It's just a hickey.
I don't think so, Crash. I don't think so.
him and Ada have been hanging out for a few years. It's fine.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Ada. Obviously, the teaser image had like red bullets shown in it, so everyone was like, Ada confirmed. We're about to see Ada in this showcase, and then no Ada.
Guess, yeah. So there was also like one of the scenes had him with Ada's shotgun as well. I saw that.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Right, you said there's two sides. There's the Resident Evil 2 side and the Resident Evil 4 side. What we know about both these games is they have two separate gameplays of two different characters. Doesn't mean we're going to get 4 characters in Resident Evil Requiem.
No. I don't think you're going to get them as playable, but we're going back to Raccoon City. So I think many fans, and I also think they did a great job of that, right? We're going back to Raccoon City. We've seen nothing of Raccoon City still, and I'm still really excited about that, which is really cool. But I think it's interesting, Crash, because the world is setting itself up for an Ada or a Claire or a Jill or a Chris. Somebody else has to show up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think there will be. It'll probably be a small segment because they generally do those as small segments when there's the random pop-in character, right?
Well, it doesn't really happen too often, really.
Happens in 2.
What?
It happens.
Who comes back in 2?
Ada. You play as Ada in 2.
Oh, sorry. I understand. Sorry, no. You do. You do play as Ada. You do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You do play as Ada.
Okay.
In the remake, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and in the original. But yeah, no. Sorry, that's what you mean. You mean a new playable character that you're going to play for a very small segment of the game.
Small. Like we need this narrative thing to happen. We're going to give you this character's POV. Whatever.
I can see it being I can see. I agree with you. I can see it being Ada still, and I can see it being like a flashback.
Yeah. No, you don't see it, Despawn? You think they're doing too much already?
I could see them doing Ada, but I could also...
There's Leon.
Yeah, I know, but I could also see... I hate to say it out loud, because the worrying thing is it might actually happen, but I could see them bringing the Winters family into it somehow.
No, they better not. If I see...
That's actually a good point.
If I see Rose pop up, Rose is getting thrown off a cliff. No offense to Rose. Actually, every offense to Rose. I don't care. I don't want to see... Ethan's dead. I don't care about Mia. Ain't she dead as well? I can't even remember. Like, yeah, I think she's dead too. Like...
That's a really good point, Despawn. I think that's a really good way to bridge the gap of here's the Resi 7 and 8 fans, and here's the more older Resi fans. Because that other character doesn't do it. It doesn't like bridge that gap, right?
No. But Crash, from what you've seen, did you like it? Did you not? Because you're very hot and cold on this one at the moment.
So I will say that it didn't shift me towards being more hot. I will say I like the look of the gameplay and the stuff they do, like the environmental, the fact that like you can act people to specific walls and stuff like that, or however it works. Like that stuff looked cool. The problem is I've realized watching that is like I don't find Leon as an interesting character, so seeing him in an action setting does nothing for me.
That's fair.
Yeah, look, Chris, you want me to be totally honest with you, bro?
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Resident Evil hoodie, I've got statues, I've got all the stuff, right?
Yeah.
Outside of Resident Evil 2 remake,
Yeah.
Leon isn't an interesting character. like he's a superhero, bro, that goes and saves the world. That's what Leon is. Like, and he has this weird romantic love story with Ada. Like, that's it. There's not much more. You know, Resident Evil 2 is the rookie cop backstory, him learning to become who he then becomes. And you could say Dark Side Chronicles as well. Hey, he has an interesting story. Him and Krauser through the army and stuff like that. But that's, again, a conversation for another time. No, I don't think I've even fully beat it. So I know the story, but I don't know if I've actually fully beat it either.
That's what Wikipedia's for.
But yeah, Leon, I get that. I understand from your perspective why you would think that. It's boring. He's a superhero. You've been there. You've done that. Who cares?
Yeah.
So,
which is unfortunate. I do think I do think for people who do like that style of gameplay for Resident Evil, it looks like they're going in an interesting direction with that gameplay to give people more substance than I would say from what I played of Resident Evil 4 remake there was.
The one thing I'll add as well is, like we just talked about it briefly, like the hints that there might be something going on with him, like regarding him being like infected or something, adds a new interesting wrinkle to me.
100%.
So, like, yeah, I'm more interested to see how that plays out than it being Leon per se. Because at the end of the day, we've never had like a mainline character like legitimately die or and like say, spoilers for Resident Evil 4, like he gets infected with Las Plagas at one point
and survives.
So I'm interested to see, like, will that play into it, or will it be something else, or like has he been bitten? Who knows what happens? But like
the rumor going around was always that he was like, the big rumor that came out a long time ago was that he was going to die. And then there was a whole argument like, there's no way Capcom are killing Leon.
But I mean, it'd be a shock factor. It would get people interested.
I don't think it's that outlandish for Capcom to kill Leon.
Well, like, again, what else can you do with Leon at this point?
Yeah, I think it's probably that. I think also
I love Leon. I'm gonna name my kid Leon. Let's be very clear, right? Like, if I have a boy, it's gonna be called Leon. I'm okay with the fictional character Leon dying. Like, it's not to me. If it, I'd actually love it if it means we see certain other characters come back and like finally get, you know, their time in the sun. Jill.
Respect for Jill.
Jill. Like, we're waiting, Jill. Where are you, Jill?
I mean, let's be honest, she deserved a break.
Okay.
She did. And let me land really quickly. I would also not hate it either, because we're probably going to end up getting a 6 remake eventually. You know, you have to imagine eventually that 6 is going to get remade, and then you're going to get another Leon story again. And that story, 6's story is a mess. So if they can just streamline a lot of that and condense it, yeah, exactly, with Despawn. If they can streamline it and condense it into one cohesive story, and we get Leon, we get, you know, Ada, Jake, if we really have to, and Sherry. Yeah. No, I actually don't mind the idea of Leon passing, to be honest.
Yeah. There's still a chance to see that character in the future. And let's be honest, it's a Resident Evil story. Like, apart from Wesker, like, no character has ever stayed dead. Like, Ada died.
That's not true.
Really?
Yeah, no, Ada died, but you instantly know that she's not dead.
Yeah.
So, like, they kill characters. Characters die in Resident Evil. It's usually the bad guys, no good guys. And that's why I think it's an interesting perspective. Yeah. If Leon does die, because they're not going to... Again, it's hard to talk about Grace when I don't know who Grace is. I know nothing about this character other than it's the daughter of someone from a previous game
that no one played.
Which nobody really... You can't say nobody, but many people didn't play.
Here's what I will say about Grace. The way they've talked about Resident Evil and like specifically like the Leon gameplay is like, Leon's been through this. He's not like going to be scared and stuff like that. Would they reuse Grace in the future for the same sort of gameplay they're doing? Does that not give an incentive narratively to kill off Grace by the end?
It depends on how they do it, right? Like, is it a case of at the start she's scared and then she makes it all the way through Raccoon City and then she comes out the other end, this, you know, powerful being that's taken down a monster 25 times her size? Or is it a story of Leon saves her, Leon then dies in the actions of saving her, she then has to wrestle with the fact that an icon has now died, there's an interesting story then to spin off of there, right?
Yeah.
And you would then want to see how does Grace tackle that, and how does she then become, you know, the bigger than life character. I think there's many ways you could go with it.
Yeah. So for me, I like. Let's be honest. She's going to become an action hero by the end of this game.
I hope not.
Yeah, but well, the reason I say that is right. Like every gameplay footage we've seen, it's her with a tiny pistol, sneaking around corners with a little lighter up and stuff. And then, like, you see the did you see the pre-order version kind of like costume that she can have and stuff?
Yeah.
And it's a picture of her with like
the other one.
Yeah, but there's like I think there's like the war-torn costume you can get. Yeah. And it's her holding like a machine gun Uzi with a like a barrel on it the size of her arm. Like you don't run around that if you're doing a scary horror game. Like that thing thing scares me.
You do get, like, if you go back to like Resident Evil 2, you get a lot of guns that if you put it and you'd be like, this isn't for a horror game, this is like straight up going to be an action game or something like that. You do have moments like that. So it could just be something that you pick up towards the end to deal with the big bad or whatever it is.
That's what makes Resident Evil special though, right? Like you for Resident Evil 2 specifically, right? Like, yes, you do get a grenade launcher, but it's a limited ammo grenade launcher. That's the whole fun of it, right? It's like, you are going to get given this powerful weapon which can do so much damage on these little enemies, but if you save it for the right moments, it can have a real effect on said boss, which it's about limiting the ammo, which then changes whether it becomes an action game or still a survival horror game.
Until you do it in S rank, and then you get unlimited rocket launchers, and then it's just the greatest.
That's a total, but that's just a video game being a video game at that point.
Yeah,
right? That's not anything else. So no, I'm excited. I'm excited. There's a couple of things I didn't like about the showcase. It was a gigantic ad for Porsche and Hamilton watches, which I don't hate. We've gotten to a point now in video games where like, we're seeing these more crossovers. Obviously, PlayStation with Intergalactic has the Porsche spaceship thing. Now we're seeing, obviously, a Porsche in Resident Evil Requiem, a Hamilton watch that Leon's going to have on his wrist. Grace also has one as well. Them then selling these things in real world, which I don't hate the idea. I just wish these things would always be
a blog post.
Affordable. Affordable, you know, like I like you can't.
You don't have Porsche
and again, everyone's situation is obviously different. I am sitting here who has spent £200+ on a collector's edition before for many games, right? So everyone's situation is different. But then you're giving me an ad for a brand new Porsche, like
I get your point, but I think it's more so to instill the idea of relevance of a Porsche to a demographic that they don't normally get, and probably to somewhat to a younger demographic and stuff like that. I do think it's absurd that essentially what is a fan item can be as expensive as some of those things can be.
By the way, Resident Evil not known for this. Leon's jacket once upon a time, I believe they had one that was like $6,000, if we're not mistaken, that they partnered with some jacket company that makes like high-end leather jackets as well. So it's not like this is out of the ordinary too much for Resident Evil. I think the fact that they've put it into a showcase and made us then watch an ad for it is where the problem is. But that was probably all part of the deal, let's be honest, with the market. It's like, hey, we'll do this, but you have to do a marketing beat for us and da-da-da-da-da-da. So do I love it? No. Do I hate it? No. Do I understand it? Yes.
Yeah. Again, they're not the first company to do it as well. Like,
no.
Kojima is like well known for doing this kind of stuff. Like, I mean, I've looked at his glasses collection before. Expensive, but you know, they're cool. Like, these things are cool for those that have got the funds for them. Like, these things are like, there is a. Let's not argue that there's a massive crossover. There's definitely a crossover of people who play video games and have Porsche money, and people will look at this and be like,
100%. Cool.
And like the watch is probably like slightly more affordable than Porsche, but like still, there's going to be a crossover. Like, I've not seen the actual pricing of these watches, so I don't know what they are.
It's expensive. It's
also
the black ones. I think it's $2,000. Let me check.
I know there's like 2,000 pieces made, but I don't know about like the actual prices being announced. But yeah,
it's also if nobody buys a Porsche off of this, I think Porsche still walks away with the illustriousness of what a Porsche is, because what you've seen with like a lot of car brands is as like newer generations come, like they don't have that sort of like diehard love. Like the younger people don't have diehard, and I think this is a way to like instill like Porsche is like something special, even if nobody buys it off Resident Evil. Yeah, exactly. Which
again, you're never going to see that impact either. By the way,
like
I always say, I always explain this to brands.
Maybe they sell all of them or whatever. Maybe they like.
No, I'm talking about like Porsches, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Maybe demand for Porsche goes up or whatever off of this. We'll never know. You're absolutely correct about that.
Yeah. You've hit the nail on the head, by the way, Crash. It is the brand awareness, and it's making something cool again. You know, like hitting a demographic in which they've not hit yet. To go back to the watches and the prices, 2000 models made. Grace's watch will set you back a nice $1,475. And Leon's watch will set you back $2,175.
I'm just gonna move some money around and not buy that watch.
Watches are always expensive. I don't know how I don't know what that price point is like realistically for a watch, whether that's a good price point or not. But watches are always expensive, so
yeah, those stand up right because I do just like behind the curtain stuff. Like I do a lot of edits sometimes for like tech brands and like watch brands and things like that, and some of the prices that they're talking like $2 or $3 grand is like standard for a premium collection watch. So that's not out of the realm. But it's just like for your everyday gamer who's like arguing about $80 for a game every month. £2,000 for a watch isn't really in that realm.
Let's be abundantly clear here as well, as a man who's looked at previous Resident Evil collector's editions and watches and jackets and things of that nature. If you have £2,000 and you can keep it brand new in pristine condition, it will be worth way more than that in the future. Just so you're aware. Like I'm currently looking at a Resident Evil 4 collector's edition on Xbox. The guy had it listed on what's the website called that I use? Vinted. Had it listed at £400. So I was like, all right, they cost about $250 to buy. He wants to make some money on it. I totally understand it. I couldn't get the pre-order. You did. Congratulations. I put in an offer to him at £300. He put the price of the collector's edition then up to £800. I then checked eBay, Crash, to see if there was any more. There isn't a single one on the damn market.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, like,
somebody has that money and wants it. Yeah.
Some people invest in stocks, some people invest in Bitcoin. You can make money on these things if you want to, and watches is a very good investment by a lot of rich people's standards. So
watches generally tend to go up in value. The car, I don't, even if it's a Resident Evil Porsche, I don't know. That's not going to go up, and that'll only go down.
As soon as you take that thing off the lot, it's lost money. Let's make that abundantly clear.
As soon as you run over 2 or 3 zombies with it, you know, your money's down the drain.
It's over.
Yeah,
it's over. Anything we didn't touch on during the showcase anyone wants to talk about before we move on?
The blood stuff, like the blood stuff that Grace uses. I like it. Like a lot of people like this looks ridiculous and why are we doing it? I've seen I saw some of the comments in your chat and like online, but it's like it makes sense to me because like you need to give like if Grace is going full horror and like sneak around, you need to give her some way of combating things. Otherwise, it's just going to be a 4-hour stealth mission, which nobody really wants from a Resident Evil game. So you need to give us some way of combating the zombies, and I think this is a interesting, unique way of doing that. So yes, I'm kind of here for it, and I'm interested to see how that's going to play out story-wise. If that's going to play into the whole Leon being infected thing and that kind of stuff, and like if we are going to be like, there's going to be 2 parts to the story of like one you going through this world trying to escape as Grace, and the other side of Leon going through it trying to find a cure.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree with you. I think my initial knee-jerk reaction, Resident Evil fan in me, was like, don't like that.
Yeah, was it the point where the zombie full on exploded that you're like, what?
Yes,
yes. I think that was cool.
I understand.
I just think it's cool. Yeah.
No. It is cool, but it's like
it's cool. Yeah,
there's another thing actually I want to touch on. Thankfully, for you reminding me. But it's a video game, and sometimes I think we forget that. You know, it's meant to be fun, it's meant to be gory, it's meant to be interesting. The other thing I want to touch on is the new zombies, which you know they've obviously brought back zombies for the first time in a long time in the Resident Evil franchise, probably since. Again, we're not counting remakes. I'm talking about in numbered games from
original.
4.
Yeah, because 5 wasn't really zombies, was it?
Even 4's Las Plagas is a plague, not a zombie.
Yeah, so yeah,
so
maybe
really
3,
we're
then.
going back to zombies for the first time since 3. No, Code Veronica.
Code Veronica, yeah.
Yeah, technically. So that's super interesting. Obviously, these are more, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure you'll correct me if I'm wrong, but they're more like George Romero.
Yeah,
Romero zombies more than anything else. You know, they've still got similar to, right? They've got their.
Yeah. So I mean,
I don't love it. I just want to go on the record of saying I don't love it. Yeah, like it. So explain that, please.
So George Romero's like zombies, like they started out like your typical Resident Evil zombies, like just brainless, attacking, stuff like that. But you started seeing like elements of their humanity coming back of stuff, like so you could see them doing like basic tasks of like if you gave like a soldier a gun, like a soldier zombie, put a gun in front of him, he'd know how to load it, kind of thing. He wouldn't know how to shoot it and stuff like that, but he'd know the basic task of like picking up a gun and stuff. And then in Requiem, they showed like you'll see like when you're running around this hotel, like there'll be a maid who's just incessantly cleaning a window, or a butler just like turning on and off a light, kind of thing. So like they're getting these like basic tasks of when before they were zombies, and it just I think it's cool because it shows like kind of like an evolution of what's happening with the zombie plague, of like because you got to remember like in story wise like these zombies have just been in Raccoon City since the bomb dropped in like the 90s.
As long as the game explains that,
yeah.
I am all for it.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be
just have it, and there's no real, there's no rhyme or reason for it, and it's like, okay, we needed a new gameplay beat. That's where I get frustrated.
I feel like they will because, like I said, they made a big focus of that being a thing in the showcase of like, look, zombies have these like basic tasks thing that they're kind of like leaning back on. I feel like if it was just like a weird like beat, they wouldn't have brought it up. So I feel like when we get to actually play the game next month, I think like that's going to be like talked about more in game.
Is that something that actually has to be narratively explained? Can't that just be environmentally explained of like them showing you that evolution?
I need at least a note. I need a note of like
again, that's environmental, though, right?
I would label that as environmental.
Okay, then yes, fine. Like I don't need a cutscene. I just need
okay. You just need something that's like
a scientific.
Why are the zombies acting like more intelligently or something that acknowledges it, where it's not just
this is the easiest way you do it, right? Tom from the news has gone back to Raccoon City and he's studying what happened after the bombing, and he's now studying the zombies from afar, and we keep picking up all these reports along the way of like,
Day 4.
I've just noticed yep, exactly. We're on the same page. I don't mind that. That's fine. That's fine. Doesn't bother me at all. All right, boys. Let's move on to topic of the show, shall we? No, let's move on to what's been in our box. D-Spawn, we'll kick you off starting. What have you been playing, dude?
Not a lot. The one I've been picking up, again, I'm still on my my roguelike kick at the moment of just like picking up games that I could just do a run in 10 minutes at a time. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. So again, it's a spin-off of the Deep Rock Galactic series, but it is like a top-down roguelike, similar to Vampire Survivors, but different. On Game Pass, so go check it out if you haven't played it. It's very cool, very short, like again, 15-20 minute runs, but they do a lot of different modes within the game. So like you'll have your classic like, so they do it on like a level-based system rather than it being like survive a wave as long as possible. So it'll be like, say like within like a minute you'll get a swarm come in, and then after a minute and 30 a boss, like a mini boss, will come in and you've got to survive that, and then like by the end of it, like within 3 minutes you've then got to escape that level and then go to the next level, and it just kind of ramps up bigger and bigger. Or they'll do like what I'm looking for, never mind, don't worry about it. But basically you walk along with this like drill, and you've got to like protect the drill as it gets to like the end point. And yeah, it's all about like just leveling up your weapons and stuff. There's like different characters you can play as, like so they've got like a gunner, a scout, like those kind of things, and they all have their own different like basic abilities, and your upgrades lead into everything. I really like it. I think it does something a bit unique with the roguelike genre, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I've like barely scratched the surface. I think I've finished all of the maps on like the first difficulty, and I'm just moving up to the second rank now. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Okay. Anything else in the old ROG at the moment, or just that?
Just that at the moment.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Crash, what have you been playing?
You guys have talked about it a little bit, but not today. But Baldur's Gate, you guys have both mentioned it, so I jumped back into that again.
We got him, ladies and gents. We got him, ladies and gents.
I got up to the Goblin.
I've not even got there yet on my second save.
Yeah, I skipped a lot of. I'm gonna go back retroactively. I've never rushed to the Goblin camp and gone through it, so I kind of want to see how that looks if you do that.
Crash, I'm telling you right now, bud.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
Yep.
You said that you will stream on the My Xbox and Me channel.
Yep.
Say we just bring it back, bro. I'm there.
Tomorrow.
I'll be there with you. I'll be there. Yeah.
No, I'm saying I'm dead serious. Tomorrow. If you guys want to.
Are we starting fresh, or am I jumping in your world? Or are you jumping in my world?
Fresh. I could jump into your world also, or fresh.
You don't want to jump into my world. I'm on Act 3.
Yeah, no, not you.
I'd skip so much stuff I've never seen.
What? We're just going back. We're doing it again.
Yeah, I'm down.
I just really wish we had.
I'm streaming tomorrow, regardless.
Oh, you heard it first.
So yeah, so if you want to, we can play Baldur's Gate. I can stream on my own. We can play whatever. We can talk about that. But if you want to do Baldur's Gate tomorrow, we can do Baldur's Gate tomorrow.
I really wanted tomorrow off. Maybe not tomorrow.
Okay. That's fine.
You know why? Because I want to play the Resident Evil 2 board game tomorrow.
Okay.
That's absolutely fine. We can do it next week or whatever. But
I feel like just us, and we're playing until we want to play, and then we stop when we stop, and then that's the stream.
I think it sounds like a good time.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm in.
He's in.
I tell you what. You're gonna stream it on the MXAM channel. I'll stream it on my channel. We're mixed cameras. We're mixed chat, and then that way people can see both POVs. When you're off doing something, I'm off doing something.
Yeah.
Because that's always the part that frustrates me.
Yeah. The conversation system is not the most streamlined.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't hate it.
To be fair, I don't know how you make it more streamlined.
Oh no, you can't.
Without ruining the magic of it.
Just force everyone to go to the cutscene. Easy.
I think you kind of ruin the magic because, like, I'm going to go into the shop. You can't go do your own thing anymore. You have to listen to the conversation.
Yeah, there is a chance to troll people of just like having a cutscene conversation every time.
Go do that thing. I'll wait, and then just keep going into the shop every time to just mess with them.
No, you're right.
Go ahead,
you enjoying it?
Yes, yeah. It's so good. There's so many different options, so many different ways of like narrative conversations, the way you play things out, the little things you can do different that just change it. But also like when you're playing a character, it's like the character themselves. It's like, how do you build out that character? You can play the same character 3 times and effectively have them be different. Even if you pick the same subclass by like, you might pick another subclass or another class and like mix and match. There's just so much different ways to play it that it's so good.
I need to know what class and like race are you playing at the moment?
I am playing a elf, warlock, the hex, newest one they added. I don't know which one the newest one they added was. The one that wasn't there in the original. Yeah. That is what I'm playing. Really fun.
Yeah, I'm running around as a drow elf rogue at the moment with ridiculously high perception and persuasion. So I'm just like, I see all your traps, and I'm talking my way out of this. And if I don't talk my way out of it, I've got Karlach behind me who's going to hit you in the face. Yeah, that's literally it. Like literally, if I get into a fight, I was like, Karlach, go forward. So it's like, I haven't done bard yet. I keep finding like items for bards, and I'm like, I really want to get a bard in my party at some point.
Yeah, I'm playing a bard at the moment, and when I played, I was having a really good time.
Every time I have an option, I'm going to take the most aggressive intimidation option, and if it doesn't work out, I'm just murdering everybody. That's how I'm playing the game.
Smart. Yeah, no, I'm being a smarmy little smooth talker, just like, it's fine, you can give me that item. It's not a problem. Just turn the other way. It's not a problem. Like, yeah, talking to
you. You didn't see me drop it. That was silly boy.
Silly goose. Silly goose. Yeah. I've been playing High on Life.
Oh. Are you finding it?
Yeah, okay. I've gone back and played that. I think I'm on the final boss. Because 7 bosses to beat. I think I'm on the final one now. How am I feeling? I like it. It's definitely not a bad game, any stretch of the imagination. I think so. I'm trying to not do the whole game's old anymore. I'm trying to go back and beat my back catalog. And the thing that I'm struggling with is when you go back and play older games, you miss out on all that hype and that conversation and all of that moment, right? And I think that's what I'm missing with High on Life. I think if I was playing this the day it came out, so when High on Life 2 comes out, and I'm creating the right content and I'm still clipping it up and I'm enjoying these haha moments, I think I would enjoy it more than how I'm enjoying it so far. At the moment, I'm playing it, I'm enjoying it. Some of the jokes just don't land nowhere near as well as like a Rick and Morty TV show does for me. And I do enjoy Rick and Morty because I know it's like the first question people always ask, like, if you enjoy Rick and Morty, you'll love this game, etc., etc. And yeah, I like it. I don't love it. You know, and I think that's what I would say.
Yeah, I guess my big question would be: does it get you more or less excited to try out High on Life 2 when that comes to Game Pass?
Neither. You know, I'm. It's a new game. I think the problem is our job, right? Our job's to play new games, so
so you're playing
it no matter what. Yeah. So I don't think it doesn't. I'm glad that I've played it. It just doesn't. It hasn't hit in a spot which I was hoping it would hit. I find the sister really annoying. Her story's really annoying. It makes no sense. She falls in love with this alien and then tries to run off, and I'm just sort of like, okay, I can't influence that at all. Yeah, exactly. I can't influence that at all. None of the characters are worried about their parents that have gone away for a holiday. Like, again, I think maybe I'm overthinking it a bit too much as well. It's a story about aliens and a bunch of crude jokes. Enjoy it for what it is, you know. Like, but there's certain. I literally just did a boss fight where I don't want. Can I spoil High on Life 1? Yeah, I think I can.
I mean, at this point,
You get to a point where there's a boss that you're gonna go fight. You track him down. You do all this work to track him down, and he slips over, falls, and kills himself.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen the clip. Yeah,
and I was like, oh, okay. And then what the game then proceeds to do is then put you in an arena where you fight every type of enemy that you've ever fought before, with him then narrating it. The narration was really fun, but I was at the point where I'm like, oh, you're doing the video game thing where I'm coming towards the end of the game, so you're now going to make me fight every single character I've ever fought before. And it's like, I find that the other thing is like the guns are really cool. I love the talking of the guns. I love the different personalities, but I don't really change guns that often during fights because I don't have to. I have a shotgun that takes off heads. That's the gun that I use, you know, and the game's not really forcing me like, oh, here's a character with a shield. You should probably use
switch to this weapon.
Like, it doesn't have that. It's very much like, here's your weapon that you enjoy.
Pick the one you like listening to the most. Switch when you get
pretty
bored.
much. Yeah. That's how it feels. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I will finish it. I'm looking forward to High on Life 2, but it just hasn't blown me away, to be totally honest with you.
Everything you said sounds like things that can fix in the sequel. Like, yeah, make weapons more. Like, yeah, make them like you need to use certain weapons more. Yeah, the joke's landing better. I'm interested to see how the jokes land in the new one because obviously we know that Justin Roiland isn't doing it. For valid reasons. So yeah, I'm interested to see how that humor comes across in the new one.
We'll see. Well, they showed a lot of gameplay, but we still haven't seen like a lot of the jokes, really. Yeah. Where like I felt like we had a lot more previews before High Life 1. Like, again, they were selling it, I guess, because they had to. Or a sequel, they don't really have to. Then you know what it is.
Yeah, and again,
enjoy it if you enjoy it, and don't.
I think just the environment is also very weird to like have something like that because like you'll have one camp that'll be really happy he's not in anyone. You'll have another camp like shouldn't have been taken off or whatever. Like it'll just create drama that's unnecessary. Yeah.
I like that. So some of the previews I have seen, they are focusing on the new voice actors, which is cool. So I know one of the guns is voiced by I think it's Ralph Ineson, the guy who played Galactus in the latest Fantastic Four movie. So he plays he plays one of the guns. So yeah, I think you can go find his gameplay, which is really interesting. So yeah, I like that they're doing that kind of focus and like doing more interesting things with that. But yeah, I'll be playing it regardless as well. Anything else?
The other game that I've been playing, I beat Spider-Man 2. I know, obviously not an Xbox game.
Okay. Move on.
But yeah. But yeah, I finally beat Spider-Man 2. Another game that I think if I would have beat it and played it during its hype when everybody was in it, I would have enjoyed it much more. I didn't love it.
It's not.
I've not played
it. It's don't okay. Let's make it very clear. And this is what I said to Haley. Asked me how it was, and I was like, it's a really unfair comparison because Spider-Man 1 is so good, and we weren't expecting it, right? We like Insom come out, they make a game, you play it, and it's like, okay, this is the best thing since Batman. Like that's the comparison. Then Miles comes out, and for me, Miles just hits on every single level. In terms of like story, gameplay wise, it just hits. Then I'm playing this, and it's like, it's good. You can never sit there and say Spider-Man 2 isn't a good game. Mechanically, it is a good game. It does everything to make you feel like Spider-Man amazingly. You don't think so, Gresh?
They do something in Spider-Man 2 that I'm very much not a fan of. So in Spider-Man 1, as Peter Parker, you have like a whole bunch of gadgets and stuff you have.
Yeah.
You don't have that in Spider-Man 2 that you can use mid-combat and stuff like that. Suits are very neutered. Like, I think for me, like, the fun of that combat, it worked for Miles Morales. You have a completely different character. He has different power set, whatever. It's a shorter game. It works there. I don't think for me it worked in 2. I think it felt like a significantly worse experience than Spider-Man 1.
Obviously, the story is very different. You obviously get different abilities because of that, right? But yeah, like I'll just say it. I hate MJ in this game, like with a passion. I don't think it explained well why she's totally open to now go and do combat and throw herself in danger and things of that nature. I do love what they do with Venom, if I'm being honest. I love that take on Venom. I love seeing something that I've not seen before with the character as well, and who becomes Venom and things of that nature. So yeah, I don't hate the game by any stretch of the imagination. And again, I do think it would have got the hype points where I would have been like, yeah, this game's amazing if I was in that hype. But being able to step away and play it outside of the conversation, I'm like, oh, this was good. That's it. It was good. Like that was it. It was a good game, you know. So yeah, I'm glad I beat it. I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I should have beat it way before now. So I'm glad I did.
To give Insomniac credit where it's due, like it's hard to beat Spider-Man 1, right? The quality.
Agreed. That's literally what I said to Haley. Haley was like, "Oh, well, do you not like it?" I'm like, "I do. It's just I'm comparing it to Spider-Man 1 and Miles, which is almost
totally different,
unachievable."
Yeah. Well, I guess because Spider-Man 1 was like something new. Is like, I mean, obviously it had like the DNA of maybe what was the other Sunset Overdrive kind of like traversal a little bit, and then it's like, so you kind of like knew what they were doing, but like, yeah, it felt like you were Spider-Man for the very first time. And then Miles Morales, different story, different character, hits on a different level. Spider-Man 2 is like an amalgamation of both, but by what you're sounding, it's like there was some like caveats to it. So like, it's hard to hit differently. And I had to hit in the same.
I think you'll still enjoy it if you do get around to playing it. I think you'll enjoy it.
Every time it comes up on a sale on PC, I'm like, ooh, do I? But then I've also got that thing of like, I want to go back to Liza P at some point.
I was gonna say, I literally was about to
that's
say,
the thing. It's like,
you're better off playing Liza P.
Yeah, because I was like, well, I could play Spider-Man 2, but like, Liza P's always got a sale as well every now and again. So yeah,
you can play it on my PlayStation account if you don't want to buy it.
And to be fair, I need to fire up the PlayStation again at some point. I haven't finished Death Stranding 2 yet.
Yeah, it's on my back catalogue as well. Unfortunately. There's just too many games. So many.
What's
too
next
many games.
On the back catalogue?
On the back catalogue? Nothing, Gresh.
Caught up?
No, I'm not even close to caught up. But like, we had this conversation with chat. Obviously, High on Life is the current one. But everyone's like, oh, God of War. Play God of War. And I'm there like, I just don't care. Like, there's not a bone in my body that, you know, and that's not the way you want to play a game like that.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Going in, not caring.
I just don't care for it right now. I think Death Stranding is probably, like, right now, if you're like, would you want to play? No, that's what I'm saying. I've got to do one first.
Okay.
So it's I'm very much like, kind of just want to play Death Stranding. I need something that I can turn my brain off. It's a walking simulator for you know, like you're walking, you're like with big long cutscenes, and it's like everything that I kind of need right now is Death Stranding.
There is a moment in Death Stranding 1 where you come over a hill, the UI completely disappears. Not that there's really much of a UI in that game, but like everything disappears, and then the soundtrack kicks in as you're going down this mountain, and it's just like it's one of those, there's like gamings have moments.
Yeah,
like, there's always a moment in a video game like I get what they're doing, and this is it. That is the moment, and it's like Death Stranding 1, and like Death Stranding 2 does similar things, but definitely. I would say like, just a lot of people are like, just play like a YouTube video and catch up on the story kind of thing and watch it that way. No, play Death Stranding 1.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I waited this long. I might as well commit.
Yeah, make that.
Might as well commit. Fair enough. All right. Let's get into this week's dashboard. Plenty of news to talk about, boys, especially in the Xbox world as well. Number one, it looks like Project Mara has been shelved / cancelled by Xbox over at Hellblade. This came out a little while ago on the Xbox 2 podcast where James Corden, who is at Windows Central, was talking about the game itself, and this is the quote we got from it. From what I understand, the next game from Ninja Theory is Hellblade 3, Corden said, and it's going to be a bit more interactive than Hellblade 1 and 2. I don't know what the exact nature of Hellblade 3 is going to be like, he continued, if it's even going to be Hellblade 3, but it does sound like it's going to be Hellblade universe, and it does sound like they want to make it more of a game. Broaden the appeal to some degree. So yeah, obviously the sad news is that it seems like Project Mara has been shelved. Is that sad news though? I don't know. This is one of the few games that Xbox are seemingly moving to the side or whatever, where we knew nothing about it, really.
Yeah, so Project Mara, for those that don't know, is basically it wasn't like kind of advertised as a game per se.
It was advertised as a game. I've seen people saying that. It was if you go on their website under their games, Project Mara is there. I've seen people make that argument. It was 100% at the time advertised as this is the future of the game. This is just our tech demo of what they showed. They showed that as sort of like a tech thing, but they were like, this is for tech for the new game is essentially what they insinuated. Maybe they didn't say those exact words. Definitely let people believe that and didn't ever correct anybody. This is not a game. Yeah.
Well, I fell into the hype. There you go. But yeah, like you said, the R&D was very much focused more on the the mental health side. Like I know that obviously Hellblade and Hellblade 2 did that as well, but like they seemed to be like that was the focus of what they showed, rather than it being anything gameplay wise. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So look, I'm okay with another Hellblade. Mm-hmm. I think we all agree there needs to be more game there for another Hellblade. Yeah. Like graphically, it's a beautiful game. Story-wise, it's interesting enough of a universe. I'd like another game in that universe, especially was what I'm trying to say, I guess.
I'd be cool. I think personally, I lose interest if it's called Hellblade at all, and that is just because I don't. And that's a weird thing to say, like, we call something other than Hellblade, even if it takes place in the Hellblade universe. Just don't care about Hellblade at this point.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if like labeling it something other than Hellblade really fixes that issue, but it's the only thing I can think of.
I was going to say it's a new Ninja Theory game. It's like it's going to have those connotations regardless, isn't it? No matter what you call it. Yeah, like I'm with you though, Fix. Like I think I was the highest up on this game than anyone else. You're
I'm going down. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, okay.
That's my new sign, by the way.
Oh, that's your new sign, Dan.
We don't want to talk about it on the podcast no more, but I'm just letting you know it's going to be I am going down. You do what the hell you want. For those who don't know on the podcast, from those who don't know on the podcast, we've decided to try and hold each other more accountable with, drinking water and standing. We've all got standing desks. Mm-hmm. So if you ever hear us talk about going down or sitting down or whatever, and you don't watch the video version, that would be why.
Just don't question it.
So that would be why.
Don't ask why we're going down with each other.
Yeah, I'm not going down with anyone here. No, I'm going to say, I think I was the higher up on the game itself than everyone else on the podcast, but we can all agree that the combat was the weakest part of that game. So it sounds like if the focus is on improving that,
Ninja Theory made DMC. I'm not wrong about that, right? Yeah, so I don't know if they still have the talent that made that, right? Because game studios are they move pieces around so much. They had at one point, that game plays very well. The combat in the game is very good.
I think I do combat.
It's not to the level of DMC5 or whatever, but it's still a very good game gameplay wise.
Yeah,
they definitely have had the talent at one point to make something that plays better than, or gameplay wise than, Hellblade 1 or 2.
Yeah,
right?
And even if they don't have the talent now, like they've got the pedigree to bring that talent in. Like people would want to work with Ninja Theory.
I would. I'm not 100% sure about that because of who owns them.
Yeah, that is a worry for a lot of people in the industry of like, do you want to go work on Microsoft anymore? But the studio themselves,
not to say that people wouldn't. It's just it's not as easy.
There would be a concern.
Yeah.
It's not an automatic yes for a lot of people nowadays. But yeah, but that's the thing. If they can improve the combat, and like it sounds from this report that that's what they're working on, because that was the big takeaway for a lot of people when it came to this game. I could definitely see them like having something special on their hands.
Time will tell, right? Like the other question is like, how long until this next project comes out? You know, like for me, it's like I'll wait and see. And again, I was disappointed in Hellblade. Like I remember us. I think we had it for review, Despawn, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we did the review discussion.
I reviewed it, I think I get an 8, but like everyone else was like,
I think we were all lower. Yeah.
I was like, no, you're wrong. It's great.
Normal Despawn stuff.
You're all wrong. I love it. It's great. Everything's fantastic. I see the joy in everything.
And you don't say that anymore.
I don't know because you've given me trauma.
That's because you kept dragging him for whatever you said.
It gives me trauma every time I hear the word now.
You've ruined the childlike wonder of Despawn. You've absolutely destroyed it.
You have killed my whimsy. My whimsy is dead.
In my defense, the audience destroyed my interesting, which I used to say instead of saying and things of that nature, and I don't get to say that anymore. So,
I'll let you know. If I can go back to saying fantastic, you can go back to saying interesting.
Nah, we're good.
Okay, fair enough.
Interesting. Story number 2. We have a possible Forza Horizon 6 leak. I just want to let everybody know there's no possible about this. This is 100% real. Like, if I'm mistaken, I owe everyone a pizza. I'm telling you this now. But it looks like Xbox have accidentally leaked the release date for Forza Horizon 6. There was an image that went out from, I think it was Xbox Infinite, because they watermarked it, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can find it. I think it might have all been taken down by now, actually. I can't. Yeah. Oh no, there it is. It's still there. Xbox Infinite. I think Xbox put this on like a website of some sort.
I think it was in game. I think it was in game in 5.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it here. It appeared when I left the garage and before I started taking deliveries of my car. So, oopsie daisy. For those who want to know all the information here, it says pre-orders now and pre-tuned. And so I think this is in a different. It's not in a different language. No, I'm not lying. You get an exclusive Ferrari J50 in Forza Horizon 6. So this is like like when you're in games and sometimes they push you to pre-order the new game. That's what I imagine must have happened here. But the thing went out too early, which is unfortunate. The most important information here is that you can play 4 days early starting May 15th, which leads everyone to believe the date will obviously be
May 19th.
Yes.
That's how days work.
Indeed. Days do work like that, Despawn. Actually kind of excited for Forza Horizon. I will say. I am actually way more excited for that game than I expected to be. I'm looking forward to seeing more at the Developer Direct.
Including the official release date.
Super important. Including the official release date. But yeah, I'm actually very much looking forward to checking out a Forza. Again, I think it helps that I have Game Pass for a couple of years now, where like I'm not thinking. I've already paid for it, so I'm not thinking about it as well. Which, when that happens, it just allows you to sort of like not think about the price of the game. And again, of course, but from a critical standpoint, it doesn't. But from like a gamer standpoint, of like, oh, Forza's coming out. I know I have Game Pass Ultimate. I know I'll be playing it day one. bum bum bum, you know. So it's nice to think that I might only play it for a day, I might play it for 2 days. I think I've gotten a little bit more into racing games as well because I've been playing the Crew Motorfest for people that don't know, for work for Ubisoft. So it's kind of cool to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm actually interested in checking out another racing game because I've been out of, before I was playing the Crew Motorfest, I'd been out of the racing game sort of world, but now I've been playing that, I'm back in. So a casual game, me and my friends play in, yeah, I'm totally in.
Question: do you still have your wheel? And you're gonna break it out for Forza 6?
No, not for a Forza game. It doesn't. It just, I've tried that already. It doesn't work for like Horizon. Motorsport, perfect, and F1, like sim games, yes.
Yeah.
Like these type of games, no. I mean, maybe if I did like if we did like a goal or something, and there's like, we're doing a stream like me versus used to, and I have to use the wheel, like maybe, but I don't drive in the real world. I mean, we can. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm maybe that's a decent. That could be a fun selling point of a video. Maybe. Okay. Crash is not interested. Crash does not care.
No. I have no intention of. Yeah.
Is that more your Xbox thing, or you do not care about racing games?
Anytime I've played Forza, it's been because of the podcast.
Yeah, because we forced you.
Yeah. I don't have Game Pass. I'm not interested in getting Game Pass. I'm not interested in buying this game. It's just such a hard no for me. It's like I'm not going to deny that like Forza games are great and everything. I think even the year that we played, Forza Horizon went really high on our list because the quality was there. Yeah. Well, whichever one it was. I don't remember which one it was. So it's not even like
I think it was 4 or 5. Whatever one had the Battle Royale.
It was the one that released with the Series X, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
I think it's 4.
I
think
it's not a dislike of quality. It's just I'm not interested in racing games. On top of like, I'm not getting Game Pass. So
yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, but you will get Game Pass when I pay for it and just give you the code. And then that's it.
You're done. You're stuck with it. I'm day one for me. Like Forza Horizon 5 minus its launch issues was fun for me. Again, it's one of Xbox's highest rated series, so yeah, I think it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree.
I would have to wait.
Next piece. No, that's yeah, no, exactly. I mean, yeah, I guess we should talk about the release.
Allegedly,
date. Is it sooner or after than what people thought?
I didn't expect it to be May. Yeah, I thought it might be like a August, September time game more than anything.
No, they tend to release earlier on in the years, right? In the year Forza games. I feel like with the lineup that Xbox has, that makes the most sense to release. It's either
November
that or
November 1st was Horizon 5.
Oh, never mind.
Suck it, Crash.
I mean, November's closer to May than it is September.
2nd?
That's not real, but if you do fake math, it works that way.
You fake math in it, are you now? Okay.
Yeah.
September 27th, Horizon 3.
Okay, I was absolutely incorrect.
You're completely off.
Yeah,
just saying.
Super off.
I know how
this is not a fact-checking podcast. We don't fact check on each other.
We're trying to get better, Chris. We're trying to get better. All right, come on.
Okay.
We did get a question coming from Eldozo, which says, if you would indulge. So the current rumor / leak is that Forza Horizon is due release in May. When do you think other games release in 2026? So I assume you're talking about other Xbox games.
The developer direct stuff, I think, is the reference for the question.
Do you know what? We'll save the question for the end of the show. I just wanted to count it in just to make sure. All right, moving on. Ubisoft are back in the news again. They have laid off 55 people from their critically acclaimed studio, Massive, who are currently working on, we know, The Division 3. This news dropped Jan 13th, and then some even bigger news dropped after this, which was Division's exclusive producer has now left to join Battlefield 6 dev at EA, which is Julian. I always butcher his last name, so Despawn's going to help me. Julian Directly. You're muted.
Garrity, I think it is.
There we go. Who has left, who was obviously after a decade working on The Division, has now chosen to leave and move to EA and Battlefield. There's a lot going on in this one, boys. And the reason there's a lot going on is obviously Julian had already, he was a part of that showcase thing that we spoke about that, you know, it wasn't fantastic, but he was on there talking about how The Division 3 is doing some really big things and he can't wait for the game to come out and the team are working really hard and yada, yada, yada. And then he's just left along with obviously the firing of 55 people. UB, like, talk to me.
Yeah, they're not having a great couple of weeks because they fired. Well, they closed down their studio in Halifax, Canada, where all of their, I think they were a major mobile developer, and we know, like, obviously they announced a while back that Heartlands was being shuttered, which I think that team were working on as well. And then, obviously following up this with massive losing staff members and their executive producer leaving. I'm a bit worried about Division 3. Let's just put it that way. Like, as a personal, like, obviously it's not good for the developers to lose jobs, but just as I want to talk as a gamer now and like someone who is excited for these games. It's not a good look to see studio staff being cut in the middle of development, because A, it means you're losing the talent who are working on that game, and B, it means you're putting more pressure on the talent that are left. So I'm interested to see. And again, Division are one of these, like, one of the franchises that is like part of this renewed Ubisoft focus, right, with Tencent.
Nope,
because it's a Tom Clancy game.
But it's not.
Is it not? So it's not. I thought they were just like all of Tom Clancy was.
I don't think
Rainbow, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry.
Right.
Those are the three franchises that are part of the Tencent deal. This is what everyone assumed that it was, and it's not. And then I think that's the even more interesting part, because Division, to me, again, you know, take my Ubisoft hat off from a workplace perspective, like, the number one game that people come in and ask when I'm streaming, these people, like, when you go play Division, there is an audience there that is humongous for the Division, and I love the Division as well. Go on, Grove.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, that's just like having that. It's the same thing with like a Warframe or something like that. The fans of those games, because they probably get on week after week to continue grinding, playing that game. Mm-hmm. It is normal for them. Whereas like a lot of the other games, it's like you come in and out in cycles. Where that game is, you are consistently playing, and like getting more people means that there's more active people in the game, which just helps that environment in general. So that's probably why you see that. Not necessarily that it's a bigger game. It's just the core that's there is probably more dedicated than a lot of their other games.
It's definitely not bigger than AC or Rainbow. We know that for sure. Again, I never know where Far Cry sits in Ubisoft's.
Far Cry's always got like an audience, but like I don't think it's one of those. It's never been like a franchise out of like, I can't wait for the next Far Cry game. But then when we see it, but I'm saying, like, when we see them, then when they finally announce it and show it, it's like, this looks cool, I'll play it.
I think might be their I was gonna say it's their most casual IP, but Assassin's Creed exists, and that's definitely Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed is definitely the most casual.
Yeah.
I agree.
The thing that worries me the most is, especially right now in the landscape of like online multiplayer shooters and things like that, Division has the chance to do something really special, of like trying to catch the zeitgeist of what everyone is looking for, of like whether it be PvE or PvP. And I think like they've got the framework there that they could make some tweaks that will kind of like, to be vitriolic, it could be the next Ark Raiders. Like they could do something they could do something unique with it, and like it could, like, the Dark Zone specifically could be the thing that like just pops off for everyone. But yeah, seeing things like this doesn't instill me with confidence with them losing staff like this, especially like, was it like 55 people we said?
Yeah,
like losing that amount of people in one fell swoop is like, with like, if anyone has ever worked, it doesn't even matter if you worked in games, if you ever worked in an office and you've had a round of layoffs and seen the scramble to just like keep on top of everything, it's like, it's not a good environment to be trying for creatives as well. It's not a good environment to try and create something special. So yeah, I'm worried. I am very worried.
Was this all? Do we know if this was the exact team working on Division 3? or
no, we don't. Okay. It's from it's across the Division, Studio Massive, and Ubisoft Stockholm. So those two teams were impacted. So we don't know. We don't know exactly who was targeted on which projects. I think more Julian leaving's the bigger worry from a Division standpoint, right? Like someone who's been at the helm for its eternity from the start. I don't think Division have put out a bad game yet. Like 1 was good, 2 was good. I enjoyed 1 was amazing. I shouldn't even pretend like 1 wasn't. 1 was amazing, 2 was good, and I'm very much in Despawn's camp of like they have the opportunity to create something special like an Arc Raiders because they have that crossover between like that casual audience and the hardcore audience if they can get the gameplay right. And I've always liked the Division, so that goes without saying. But yeah, I agree with you. It's like it's hard because I think Ubisoft get caught by other people saying like they're very much like, oh, the rinse and repeat. I don't think the Division can rinse and repeat and expect it to be as good as what 1 and 2 was. We've moved on from that, So I think we are expecting something bigger. We are expecting something, and when I say bigger, I don't mean in size necessarily. I just mean like in quality, like a giant step up. And what does that look like in 2028, 2029?
Yeah, so just reading the IGN article a little bit more. So obviously the studios that are affected are the ones that are working on Division 3, updates to Division 2. And they mentioned in this article that there is an under wraps extraction project called Division 2 Survivors that they're also working on. So again, like I say, there's a scope there to do something interesting with that. They're also the team that directly works on the Snowdrop engine, which is what a lot of the studios use. So yeah, that is, like, again, for a studio that is, well, not even just a studio, but like a publisher that is so reliant on a single engine, because I think the majority of their games are all built in Snowdrop, to lose the knowledge around that engine as well, if they are losing people from that team, is worrying.
Yeah, no, agreed. All right, boys, we got one more to talk about, which is Fallout. Fallout Shelter is now an Amazon reality competition TV series where contestants will live together inside a vault. I mean, I kind of love it. I'm going to be totally honest with you all. Like, for me, I love reality TV when it's good. I don't love, like, The Only Way is Essex and things like that. I did used to love Big Brother. Obviously, we've seen shows like Sidemen have their reality TV show now, which is on Netflix, called Inside. I think this is just like the extension of that, of like, Fallout's popular. How can we spin this really quickly into something that we can cash in on?
I'm not a Fallout fan. But I feel like this to Fallout is the same thing. Like Squid Games having their reality TV show of like, it's just the antithesis. It's like anti whatever that game stands for.
I get that.
Yeah, it feels weird off of that, of like, this is just something that you'd see as a bit in a Fallout game of like, look at these dumb people or whatever the case. Like, and not even talking about the contestants, but the people who are running it. And the contestants would probably go through something horrific and have a sad story, but there'd be some joke spin on it or whatever.
You could totally see Vault-Tec doing this in the Fallout universe.
Yeah, exactly.
This would be the precursor to the game, or like a cutscene, like something the show.
Yeah, they're like there for like 50 however many years, and they're like, oh, there was a nuke. It's apocalypse. Oh wow, that's horrible. I thought we were just hanging. I thought I was gonna win.
Just to give you the description real quick, Fallout Shelter, working title, is a new reality competition series based on the hit Amazon drama and computer game on the same name. The dwellers, contestants, live together in a top-secret vault where they will compete in a series of games that test the 7 core attributes from the Fallout world: strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck.
So don't hit the premise. But again, like I don't care for reality TV shows in general, so I'm not probably going to watch it. But like the concept is cool, like it's interesting. But again, it is like Crash says, it's like it's so like meta in its like you could see this happening in game and it just being the worst. Like, yeah, a corporation like popularizing a nuclear fallout. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love this sort of thing. I can't lie.
I mean, just to confirm, it is going to be made by the same people that did the Squid Game TV show, like the same production company.
Oh, interesting,
So,
is it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Less interested.
Did you not enjoy that one? Would you prefer it was Mr. Beast making it?
No. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Let's get into this year's Guess That Game. If you don't know what Guess That Game is a game that we do on the podcast where I will pick a game this week. The boys will ask me questions. I can answer yes or no. The game and franchise must have released on an Xbox platform. This year, we are all starting at 0. Matt is not here this week. It's not our fault. Kresh is our reigning champion. Congratulations, Kresh. Can we get a timer?
I've never torn you down, Despawn, to get torn down like that. Mean-spirited, man. Mean-spirited.
I mean, good for you, man. I'm so proud of you. Well done.
No, go fuck yourself. Keep that same energy.
All right. Bet.
Damn, is it going to be like that, boys? Come on.
No.
I expected more from you. I expected more from you.
It's
Kresh, as a champion, Kresh, you need to really be humble. All right, you got to be humble.
Nah.
And I should.
The champions are never humble. They let you know that they're champions.
Oh, okay. Well, you got 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Cool.
Okay, I need to bring up the Wikipedia.
I forgot how my mental process through this game. You know, I've lost
you have a process.
Yeah.
I just whatever jumps into my mind.
3, 2, 1, go.
360 game.
No.
Xbox One game.
Yes.
First party.
No.
Is it action game? Action adventure?
Yes.
Okay.
No, not an action adventure game.
Okay.
Indie game.
No.
Big Five Studios?
Yes.
Shooter.
Yes.
EA?
No.
Square Enix.
No.
Activision?
No.
Xbox.
No.
Ubisoft?
Yes.
Survival elements.
No.
Third person?
Yes.
Futuristic.
Yes.
Is crap. Have I played it? What do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I have resentment towards you for it?
No.
No. Okay.
Is it part of a franchise? Like, is there multiple titles in it?
Yes.
Okay.
End.
Okay.
Okay.
So, just to quickly, Xbox One, shooter, Ubisoft, third person. I've probably played it. Have I probably played it, or do you think I've definitely played it?
I think you've definitely played it.
Okay. And there's no resentment involved on Crash's side.
Yeah, that knocks out. I'll be honest, whether that was a yes or no would have given it away, but it was just a funny question to ask.
Okay.
I don't think this one would have got it.
No,
would you have gotten it, Despawn? Oh,
no,
wow.
I don't know what you're resenting for.
No.
Let me rephrase that. I'm gonna say I don't. The list isn't small enough for me to figure that out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
I have a guess that I'm not super comfortable with, but
I have a guess as well, but I don't know if it's.
This could go. This is actually a really good. Whatever game you picked, with the way we asked it, was a really good game to pick. Fix.
Yeah,
we didn't narrow it down enough. And Ubisoft does a lot of shooting games, a lot of third-person games, and a lot of their games have futuristic stuff because they're Tom Clancy games a lot of the times.
Yeah, I know. Pretty good, right?
Yeah. So I've got one of.
Let's go. All right, I need answers.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start with Crash.
Got one or two.
What I have here, I don't think it's correct, but I'm just gonna say it. Watchdog.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm gonna say. I don't know how futuristic it is, but I'm gonna say Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
I wonder if I'm gonna get in trouble for the futuristic. I think this is futuristic. The Division.
No, it's not futuristic at all.
The
It's set in modern setting.
Kind of futuristic. They got like a watch that like goes.
No, Mike.
Have you seen an Apple Watch? Yeah, you don't get a point. That.
You ain't get no. There ain't no glowing in that.
You could make an argument that it's sci-fi if you really wanted to. Sci-fi is not futuristic.
No, not at all.
If I search through this, right now, and I see the word futuristic on the Wikipedia page, can I get my point still?
No. You didn't get it from if you pointed out, you said I was looking at the wiki. Sure, I'd give you the point, but even if you find it on there after the fact,
how'd you do like the F11?
Control F.
Control 1 sec. All right, let me control.
It could be like a futuristic dystopian in New York City or whatever.
First line.
Okay, so let me just tell you that the first line in which I saw where I went with future is is set in a near future. Which I guess is not fair. No. You're right.
Okay.
You're right. Which I guess I interpreted it wrong, so I guess you're right. So I do apologize.
Here's why I wouldn't have given you it specifically. First line of plot. On Black Friday, 2015.
Is that when it takes place? It's 2015?
Yep.
Huh. Didn't know that.
On a Black Friday, no less.
I knew it was a Black Friday. I just didn't know it was 2015.
Yeah, because here we go, just a plot synopsis, because everyone likes to read these, right? On Black Friday 2015, a viral epidemic transmitted by a smallpox-based virus planted on banknotes sweeps through New York City, known as the dollar flu.
Yeah, no, I guess I'm wrong. Tell you what I'll do, though. I do have some trivia. I'll give you 2 points if you get the trivia this week, all right?
Okay.
Because I messed up, and that's on me. No, it's that I make mistakes. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I don't make mistakes, because I do. Life is a giant mistake. But I'm just saying, I've never grabbed a drone out of my backpack and thrown it out, and then it runs around and shoots people. I've never done that. I've never seen that. That seems pretty futuristic to me. I'm just saying.
Did you know that there's a dog machine that like walks and acts like
I've
a
seen
dog?
That dog? Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what you're trying to go with that fix.
Good point. You're right. All right. There is an Easter egg in The Division. I'm going to give you a multiple choice answer here, and you can tell me which one is in the game. Is it A, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, B, The Simpsons, C, Family Guy, or E? And I haven't got an A, so just go with those three.
Okay, so Turtles, Simpsons, Family Guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, just on like knowing those franchises, I'm gonna go with the Turtles.
That's my answer also.
Correct. Well done. Have 2 points each. Okay, there we go. Everyone happy? No one needs to shout at me this week. No one needs to get angry.
We'll talk after the podcast.
We'll talk. There'll be a conversation to be had.
Yeah. There'll be a talk.
I'm gonna get shouted at. Guys. I'm sorry. All right, let's get into this week's dashboard. I'm so all over the place this week. Let's get into Fix a Sack this week. Remember, email in my Xbox and me podcast@gmail.com. Eldozo says, so we have the developer direct coming in a few days, and currently there are 3 games being shown. But we know that in previous directs there have been a surprise. So with that in mind, 1, do you think we see a 4th or even 5th game? 2, if so, what do you hope to see? If so, what do you hope to see that as that unannounced game?
We see a 4th game.
Yeah, for sure.
5th game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's more than likely. I think every single time they've done this, they've had that. Oh, and here's one more thing. I think they do that purposefully because they know people like it.
Was it Ninja Gaiden last time?
Yes.
First one was Hi-Fi Rush.
The first one was Hi-Fi Rush, but I think the last direct was when they announced that they were doing the publishing of the new Ninja Gaiden game.
I think so. I think you're right about that. Maybe that was at a showcase, but they did have one game. I know that for sure.
I just remember it being like it was very developer direct announcement.
Yeah, but I will say in that one they had like the poster and they had like an empty spot for something or a question mark or something like that that made it very obvious. I don't know if there's been anything for this one that would be that.
I think you're correct, Eastbourne, because the developer direct beforehand had id, Compulsion, Sandfall, and then an empty slot of something, which was January 23rd. So yeah, I think you could be correct.
Oh me. Yes, is the answer. I think there will be a new game that's not shown. Don't know what it'll be.
Well, rumor from Jez is that it's going to be Double Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting because they just released Keeper a short while ago, but that was a very much a smaller experience. And from what we know,
I think it would have been whatever their other main team is.
Like I said, they're very much.
Oh, it's a Psychonauts 3.
I don't think it's Psychonauts 3. I think it's supposed to be like Jez has a specific game that he references that I'm not too sure. He like uses baking as he like teases what he thinks it might be or what he's heard it is. I don't know how accurate that is a rumor, so it could be something completely different. It could be State of Decay 3. Who knows?
If only.
It won't be. It won't be.
Could it be another third-party studio, like another third-party announcement?
It could be.
I feel like so the reason I feel like it won't be Double Fine is I feel like we've just talked about how it could definitely be an internal studio. Because they did it with Hi-Fi Rush and Tango at the time. Like I was gonna say, like if they were talking about an internal studio, they'd sing it from the rooftops. But like,
I think the goal will be everything here is going to be on Game Pass. So I think even if it was, I think the Game for Game is going to be on Game.
Okay,
I agree. Do we not? Is that not already confirmed?
That might be confirmed. I have no clue.
I don't know.
I don't keep up with Game Pass news anymore. What do I look like? Somebody can subscribe.
You should probably look at it once or twice being on an Xbox podcast, but
it's almost like you do an Xbox podcast. Maybe.
Nah, I got you too.
That's fair. Yeah, he does have us to answer.
Okay, I guess. Yeah.
Can I just throw a wild
available
one
day
out there?
one. It's already available on day one on Game Pass. Sorry. Yeah, please.
So the game free game. I'm gonna throw a wild one out there. This is pipe dream stuff, and if Matt was here, he'd laugh at me. Square Enix, Final Fantasy 7, 3. The third game.
That's not even pipe dream. That's not pipe dream. That's like
not gonna happen.
You're smoking something that you should not be smoking.
Yeah. Hey, you leave me and my my basil addiction alone. No, I'm just like as a pipe dream. I know it won't happen, but a pipe. Like, I have no answer for what it could be. So I'm just throwing out pipe dreams at this point. Like I would love it if Square Enix went, this deal with exclusivity with PlayStation is not working. So we're just gonna make it a day and date for Xbox for the third one. No, we've got.
I think
one coming because one drops on the 22nd as well. The Final Fantasy remake drops on the 22nd.
I could see the remake showing up. I could see a date for Integrate or whatever.
Well, that's what is coming.
That's not a big announcement as a surprise. That's not a big surprise.
No, I agree. I could see that. If they do a fifth one, I could see that being something other than like the big surprise or whatever. I could see that being like an additional
Shadow dropping Rebirth.
Yeah, maybe not a Shadow drop. I think they would.
Doesn't make sense. Like,
no.
I love your enthusiasm.
Yeah.
You know what I think?
Go on.
We know there's rumors that Dead Rising's being worked on, a new Dead Rising. Xbox have always obviously Dead Rising 1 exclusive on Xbox 360, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was. Wasn't it? Launch title on the 360. Then Dead Rising 3 was a launch title on the Xbox Series. The Xbox One. Dead Rising 3 was. I wouldn't be surprised if we got an announcement or something for the next Dead Rising game. I don't think it comes out. I don't think it comes out for a while, but it ends up being a launch title game for the next Xbox.
I could say that.
I don't think so, because I think with the games we have right now, and I think whatever that fourth game ends up being, it's going to be something that comes out relatively soon, of like a year time.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Dev Directs are usually like, here's what's coming in, like this is recent, like soon to come kind of stuff. Like it's not like we're using a Dev Direct to announce like a game that's coming in for the new console stuff. It's like that's a big showcase thing.
The rumor was the next console comes next year.
Yeah, true.
So it could be a next year thing.
I'm just putting it out there. Like the next console was rumored to be next year.
Who knows with everything if that ends up getting delayed?
Oh, everything's fucked.
Yeah, everything's a mess. Like to be fair, like here's a question to get away from that a little bit. But like, do you think we get another era of cross-gen stuff again? Like series to like whatever the next one is?
But only because I think the series console. I don't think the next console is going to be that much crazier powerful than what we currently have.
I think regardless, you get the cross-gen. Not enough people buy the next generation. You can make an argument that it's so cross-gen that people don't buy the next generation. That's part of the reason. But I don't think Microsoft being in the position they are of like not being super focused on console make the decision to make a console like that decision to sell consoles. I think they're like, you can play it on anything. You have an Xbox product, you can play it anywhere. Yep. If they were to make it strictly exclusive, like you need the newest Xbox, it kind of counteracts Microsoft has weird messaging, but it kind of counteracts what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Agreed. To go back to those other question, if you would indulge. So the current rumor is about Forza. The leak is blah 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 blah. What do you think the other game releases in 2026? I'm explain the question to me, because I'm misunderstanding.
So I think you're saying like what other games are going to when when?
No. It's when the other games in the showcase. So it's like when does Forza, when do the Game Freaks game? Yeah, when do those release?
Okay, gotcha.
So if we're getting Forza 6 in May, which is the leak, I see Fable being a holiday, like autumn to holiday release, or like September to November time.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that.
And the Game Freak one will release whenever it wants. So I mean, I could see that being like a June, July, maybe. Because again, that's not going to be in that's not going to be an Xbox.
That's not that could release in May as well, right? Yeah. The same day as Forza.
Yeah, it could literally release whenever, because it's like a third party, like releasing everywhere kind of game. I mean, to be fair, let's be honest, all of Xbox's games are releasing everywhere.
But it's important to note that Halo's supposed to come out this year, and as is Gears of War supposed to come out this year.
One of these games are going to be a surprise release, and I wouldn't be shocked if it was. Surely we're getting a shocked release date. Play it now at this showcase. They've done it at the last two, right? Or did they not do it at the last one?
No, they didn't do Gaiden. I don't think. They did. Because they did 2 Black. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. But that could be maybe Despawn's right about Rebirth. To be honest. It fits the line of like what they want to do is like, hey, we have Remake coming out, and we have Rebirth as well, already out right now. Give us $140 for both, please.
No, I think it'll be the fact of like, you can play Remake right now because it's still launching today. You can also pre-order Rebirth, which will be coming out in 6 months. I can see them doing that.
The Game Freak game could be a surprise launch on that day. I don't think it is.
I did think that, but the only thing is it's releasing on all platforms.
Yeah, and we've seen nothing of it apart from one cutscene trailer. Like one.
We didn't see anything of Hi-Fi Rush, and it became a Game of the Year contender.
Yeah, but that was like an internal shadow drop. But no, I'm not saying like it's not ready.
Yeah,
I'm saying with it being a third-party game, they want to do their marketing beats. If we're talking Game Freak here, like the Nintendo like studio that
Game Freak's released games before.
I know they have,
Pokemon,
but
and they've just sort of come out.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, it's a different Game Freak of like they've always been known like for years now of like they're the studio that just make Pokemon games that don't run well, and you know they're barely a worthwhile experience. Blah blah blah. Whatever everyone's opinion of Pokemon is, it's like. This seems like it's going to be like a new endeavor for them. With like, it looks like they're trying to go for like a AAA action-heavy combat game. Like that's the kind of thing you want to show off, and you don't just do that as a shadow drop on an Xbox Dev Direct.
Unless you're Game Freak and you make ridiculous amounts of money for low effort. That you're like, we can just drop this because we want to drop this because we got Pokemon money.
We got that Pokemon.
Not only they got Xbox money as well. Like if it's on Game Pass, it's not like they haven't already. They probably already made back their money on the development cost of this through the Game Pass deal being a day one launch. Like I said, those deals are not cheap, I'm sure.
And I'm
not being funny for someone like me. That's the best way you get me to play this game. By the way, is dropping it now.
Yeah, that zeitgeist of like, it's out right now, a surprise drop. It's a Game Freak game, the Pokemon people, and I can play it now. Because I think the problem with sort of like teeing it up to launch later, and I'm not saying that they won't do this, I'm not saying they won't have more trailers. That's of course like a possibility. But the benefit to doing this is that people are like, oh, that's a Game Freak game. Oh, that's a Pokemon Company game. They're doing something so different. Whereas like if you give it some time, people will forget and move on it, and they'll see it later, and they're like, I don't really want to jump that. Or it's like it's the new thing. You're gonna catch it on the algorithm. You're gonna see it on TikTok. You're gonna see it on streams and all that stuff. I do think there's some benefits to just shadow dropping the data.
Plus, you make Pokemon games, you're rich. You can do what you want.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah.
Well, apart from make a good Pokemon game, but
they can do a lot of
Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
you're gonna have people attacking you for that fix, though. Don't get them fans mad.
You know where I am. Come see me. Next up comes from Top Lift, who says,
"We have to answer Angel Boy's question. We cannot push it another week."
Okay, fine. What are your thoughts on finding out that Sandfall used AI for pre-production of Expedition 33? We know they used AI for placeholder assets to have a prototype, while artists worked on creating assets to replace the AI-generated ones. The reason I bring this up is because Larian has recently come out and said they are also using AI for similar purpose to speed up production.
So update to the Larian thing, because I covered it at work. They've run that back now. They said they're no longer using AI for anything in Divinity.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. So my thoughts are, this one's weird. Like, so the bit of a nuance to this is they also said, so Sandfall themselves said, like, we tried it, we didn't like it. This just slipped through. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. I think we're
go on.
I don't fault any game company, especially if you're smaller or something like that, and you're looking at costs and you want to keep all your employees or whatever. Looking at AI, I think the problem is decide to implement it, especially on like a conceptual phase, because that bleeds out to the rest of the game. Or even if something's not AI, it could be coded or it could be whatever the case is. Like there could have been a job there, even if you're like, we're not losing any jobs. It's like you might not be hiring someone that you would have had to hire for that as well.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't care. Do what if you're going to bring me a clear, obscure Expedition 33, do whatever it is you need to do to make the best game you can make. Now, I understand on the job front, I understand on all that stuff, but my thing is, as long as we were talking about, it's funny, I streamed this morning, and somebody, I'm not going to say who it is, but someone mentioned they're thinking about making a music video with AI, and I'm like, doesn't that just defeat the whole purpose of making a music video? Because you make the music, and the music video pretty much is a
extension.
Is an extension of the artistry of the music. Like that's what it is. And I'm like, why would you want an AI music video?
I've also seen AI music videos. They're not good at all.
Yeah. Sure, but that's not. But
got it.
So that's not. That's your opinion. So it doesn't really matter on that. Like what I mean more is like, I play things. I play things because I enjoy the thing, right? So whether it's AI or it's not, I've watched the Resident Evil. If you've seen the Resident Evil AI trailers, and they're better than the films. Let's be perfectly clear, right? But you can tell there's no soul behind it. And if you can get AI to a point where I can't tell there's no soul behind it, I'll play it. I don't care. Now the job front part is the hard part. That's where the conversations become a much more important discussion. I like the idea because I do it myself. Of like, I did it with you guys with the D&D podcast idea. Like, I'm like, hey, I popped this into AI. I like the look of this. We then need to either try and get Despawn to create something better, or then go pay somebody to create something better. But I don't hate the idea of creating something to give you an idea of the thing you wanted. But I don't hate that idea. But that's just me. It doesn't make me right. Doesn't make me wrong. That's just me.
Yeah. And again, like, I'm not arguing what is right and wrong in this exact scenario, but like for me, and I've said it before and I'll say it till the cows come home, is like, in any creative endeavor, the whole point to me for creativity is that human element, and it's the human touch of like, a human has created this from their heart and soul and what they love and their passion about it, and like they've created, and it's the creation from a human standpoint. It's like, if you're just getting an algorithm to do something, or just getting a program to create something, that's not creativity. That's rehashing, like, that's just pulling something from a spreadsheet, and like that's no creativity in that for me. And it's like I was so I did again, I keep talking about what I do at work. I apologize, but like, I did an interview recently, I did an interview recently where it was Neil Newbon talking about, because he's very passionate about this kind of stuff, and he was very much like, you mentioned it, the human connection is what, like, art and artistry is the pinnacle of human achievement. Because like, you could talk about like what is and isn't the pinnacle of human achievement, but like, what makes humans unique is our ability to create. And if we pass that over to like you say, a program, like, we're basically giving up our humanity. And it's like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to lose that part of the creative process. So it's like, what do I think of, like, to get back to the question, like, what do I think of studios doing this? I'm not a fan of it. But I like the way that Sandfall have responded to this. Would be like, again, we looked into it, and the same reasons that I don't like it, they didn't like it. Like, we didn't like what it produced. We didn't like the lack of creativity in it, so we decided not to use it. Unfortunately, like, bits slipped through, and we replaced them when we noticed.
Happy, Crush, Angel Boy, you happy?
Look, he's mentioned it several times. I just wanted to make sure we got through with it.
Yeah, and we're there. Yeah. Last question, because we kind of already spoke about Resident Evil plenty. From Orange and Cookie Man, who says, I recently revisited The Witcher, but on PC for the first time, and initially avoided playing the addictive mini games that the entire side quest of it on its own. Gwent. Are there any in-game distractions that you've also had to avoid to be able to enjoy the main game? Great question, by the way. Great question.
I mean, I think me and Fix might have a similar answer. Go on. After three, 2, 1. Queen's Blood.
Of course, it's Queen's Blood. 100% is Queen's Blood.
Yeah. Queen's Blood in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah. No rebirth.
Yeah. You guys avoided it?
No, I went all in.
But that's...
No, yes, I did avoid it, and then I went back to do. I did go and do it eventually, but yes, I had to avoid it to then go and do a part of a mission, or go and do a main quest, or to get further in the story. Where I was like, I will be back, I promise. Like, but yeah, Queen's Blood is
it's very good.
Probably the way people talk about like Gwen is the way I talk about Queen's Blood. The way I'm like, oh my god, that was and is amazing, and what a mini game.
Have you seen the things that people have made where they've made like physical versions of it?
Yeah.
I want it so bad. It's the same thing I want the Balatro set that you could get. Like, they did an official set that you could buy, and I'm like, oh, I need that so bad.
As a man who just bought all the Resident Evil board games, do you want? I've got Resident Evil 2, the board game. Haley sat down and read all the rules for me the other day, and I was like, damn, this game's way more in depth than what I was expecting. Yeah. So yeah, no, like. I love that sort of thing, but yeah, no, Queen's Blood 1000% is the mini game in which I had to I had to drag myself away from because I had to then focus on other things in the world.
Yeah, same thing for me. Franchise Final Fantasy, but like older game, Final Fantasy VIII Triple Triad. Similar thing. There's like that game was so addictive, but it was like, but the problem was like they kept putting like it at this like it was like a side like completely side thing, like whereas like Queen's Blood like turned into like this big side quest thing. Like you could get through the entire game and not even need to touch Triple Triad. And yeah, but the fact is it's like you go into a different town, it's like, well, here's a new rule system that you can learn, and it's just like, and here's this unique card you can only get from battling this one person and beating them. And there's a chance you might get the card off them, but then it's like, oh man, Triple Triad is so good.
Yeah, I'm generally really bad at avoiding that stuff. The detriment of me finishing games where I have to interact with everything. The thing that comes to mind where it's like I had to actively avoid that stuff would be like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, where there's so many side stuff that I wanted to play, and I'm like, this is fun. This would be cool. I want to spend more time here.
The quizzes, that game with the quizzes. The quizzes to me are always the ones where I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a couple, but then I have to leave because otherwise I'm going to sit here and do the whole thing and I don't have time. You're right. Yeah. That game is amazing for like mini games that you have to drag yourself away from.
Yeah, you are like the
TikTok,
Pokemon mini game.
My top 5 mini games.
Yeah, we talked about this, I think.
Yeah, the
gotcha, the Gotchamons,
the Shujimon or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I did all that. I did all that.
I was like, if I spend time in like actually doing this, I'm not gonna. The way I am, I'm never going to finish this game.
Yeah, no, Shujimon was definitely one of those ones. Like I went all in on that one as well. Like a Dragon specifically, Infinite Wealth specifically is like so well built for that kind of stuff. Whereas like you could do the base minimum on that game, or you could spend hours riding go-karts around the city.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, great question, Orange Cookie Man. All right, let's plug and get ourselves out of here. Crash, what do you have to plug this week, my friend?
Let me see if I'm plugging in the podcast this
week. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because you already said you wasn't.
Yes, we are plugging in the podcast reviews this week because we have a brand new podcast review.
What?
Husband told me too. This is from Mandy Cakes on Sunday. My husband told me that I have to push my nan down the stairs in the America's #1. So here we are with a shrugging emote, and they gave it 5 stars.
I respect it. Respect it.
Whoever this is, Mandy Cakes. Shout out to your husband. Shout out to leaving the review. Thank you so much. Reviews help the show. If you are somewhere and you can leave a review, if you can kick someone's nan down the stairs. It doesn't even have to be your nan at this point. If you find the nan and they have a phone on them, thank you so much for leaving a review. Leave a 5-star review. You can say whatever you want in the review. You can, whatever opinions you have, just leave 5 stars. That helps the show a ton. Thank you so much.
We've got none, just so we're aware. Last time we got a review, October 1st, 2025.
Unacceptable.
So are we actually saying America's better than the UK? Sorry, Crash, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm not saying that.
With the way my TikTok's moving right now, big dog, I can't say it. I'm sorry. No. Right now, I can't say it.
Yeah.
I don't fault you for that. I don't fault you.
I'll tell you what I'll give you. For the podcast, it's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll settle with that. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, we'll give you that. We'll give you that. D-Spawn, what you got to plug this week?
Twitch.tv/MXAM official and YouTube.com/MyXboxAndMe for now. Somebody in this podcast, and the 3 that you can see here, at least, will be streaming this week. Coming up.
Yep.
Definitely happening. Don't know who.
Vic said he's going to stream.
Vic said, yeah. Baldur's Gate 3, remember?
I'm going to stream. No, you actually think I'm memeing. If you tell me every Monday night, like at 7 o'clock or something, we're starting. Actually, I tell you what. Haley's going to start doing a workout class. So let me figure out what day she's going to do. And then boom, I'll do it that day. And then perfect. Doesn't take away from our time. And we can stream.
Cool. Well, there you go. Twitch.tv.
And then we might do bonus streams on top of that because we might get addicted.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, I can start at to be in my defense, Crash. I can start at 9 my time. I don't know what time that is for you. I'm good for the evenings.
I can't. That's 4 in the morning.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I'm just saying, man, we can figure this out. We'll figure this out. We'll figure that out. We'll figure it out. I haven't got nothing to plug, so until next time, I'll love you. I'll leave you. I'll see you later. Guys.